Hello friends, I am Dr. Vinod Kumar Advani, Assistant Professor from Department of Commerce, the Bhopal School of Social Sciences, Bhopal. Dear friends, in today's session, we will discuss a very important topic of income tax, that is related with total income and gross total income. In this particular session, we will cover three topics. First of all, it is concept of gross total income. Second, the concept of total income, and finally, we will cover the main topic of this particular session, that is deductions allowed from gross total income. The concept of gross total income, what is gross total income? That is very important term we used in income tax. What is gross total income? It is a particular income, that is sum of all the 5 heads of income of a person or an individual. First of all, it is income from salary. Second, income from house property. Third, it is income from business profession. Fourth, it is capital gain, and fifth, it is income from other sources. The sum of all these 5 heads known as gross total income. But remember, you have to calculate all these heads according to the provisions of income tax with their respective inclusions and exclusion. We have to consider carry forward previous year's losses and other deductions as well for the calculation of gross total income. So, it is simple total of 5 heads of the income with previous losses and with their respective rules. Now, what is total income? Total income also known as taxable income. What is taxable income? What is total income? All the 5 heads, summation of sum of all the 5 heads minus some deductions will give you the total income. It means the gross total income, the sum of the 5 heads of the income minus certain deductions, that is known as deductions from gross total income, will give you total income. It is also known as taxable income. Why it is known taxable income? Because on this particular amount of income, this particular final amount of income, we have to work out the tax payable by an assessee. That is why it is also known as taxable income. From gross total income, we have to deduct certain deductions, that is known as deductions from gross total income from section 80C. I repeat, section 80C to 80U to work out gross total income and work out total income from the gross total income. Now, let us discuss all these deductions, main deductions for your convenience. One by one we will take all the deductions. First of all, we will start from 80C. It is most important deduction allowed to an individual and HUF. This deduction, I repeat, allowed, this deduction allowed to individual and also a Hindu undivided family HUF. The amount of deduction is maximum rupees 1,50,000. This deduction is allowed on certain investments, accounts, premiums and repayments. Mainly this deduction is allowed on the following investments, amounts or policies, or you can say repayments. First is very important, first is your payment of life insurance premium for yourself, for spouse and for children. Number 2, the contribution of the employee, under statutory provident fund, under recognized provident fund, under approved superannuation fund and under public provident fund. So, contribution to employees in all provident funds excluding unrecognized provident fund is allowed for deduction under section 80C. Next item under this same section is the purchase of NSC, or you can say the investment in NSC. NSC means National Savings Certificate, 8th issue or 9th issue, that is available in all the post office throughout the country. Next is repayment of housing loan. Remember, the repayment of interest, no, it is repayment of original principal amount of your housing loan. Next is sum deposited into Sukanya Smriddhi Yojana, that is a special scheme run by the central government of India for the girl child education. Next is contribution in unit linked insurance plan, that is short form ULIP. Next is investment in NABARD bonds, that is also allowed under the same section as deduction. Tuition fees for 2 children is also allowed for deduction under this section. So, these are the some examples of amounts in this particular section. What is the amount of deduction? It is 1,50,000 maximum, means the amount of deduction will be 1,50,000 or the total of all these sums whichever is least. I repeat, whichever is least. Dear friends, next deduction related with the medical insurance premium, or you can say health insurance premium. The amount of deduction will be 25,000. But the main term for this deduction is the payment of the medical insurance premium and health insurance premium for yourself, for spouse and for children, but payment should be made through check. If the amount of the paid real premium is less than 25,000, then the real premium will be allowed as deduction. It means the amount of the deduction will be rupees 25,000 or actual health insurance premium paid, whichever is least. If health insurance premium is also taken for the parents, then additional deduction of 25,000 is also allowed for the medical insurance premium of parents. If parents are related with age of 60 years or more, it means parents are senior citizen, then you will get the deduction of 50,000 instead of 25,000. It means the maximum limit will increase from 25,000 to 50,000. Dear friends, our next deduction is under section 80DD. What is the deduction under section 80DD? This deduction allowed to a person, an individual or HUF who is maintaining his dependent relative who is physically or mentally disabled. So, this particular deduction is allowed by the government to encourage all the persons who are maintaining their disabled relative person for their living. But for the amount of this deduction, for allowed of this deduction, 3 terms are compulsory, 3 conditions are necessary. First of all, that particular person should be mentally or physically disabled. Number 2, that particular person should be the relative of the assessee. Number 3, that particular person should not have any source of income. It means that particular disabled person totally related, totally dependent on the assessee for his living. The amount of deduction is maximum, or you can say standard, it is 75,000 rupees. The amount of deduction will increase to 1,25,000 if disabled person is suffering from severe disability. So, the amount of deduction, ordinary deduction is 75,000, but it can be increased in case of severe disability to 1,25,000. Dear friends, our next deduction is under section 80E. What is deduction of 80E? That is very easy. Suppose a particular person taking a loan for his higher education, his or her higher education, then he will get this particular deduction. This particular deduction is allowed to a person who is repaying his education loan with interest, and this deduction is allowed on the interest amount of such repayment of loan. Only interest amount is allowed for deduction. What will be the amount for deduction? It will be the real interest that assessee is paying on education loan is allowed for deduction. Our next deduction, dear friends, it is under section 80G. That is deduction related with donation given to certain specific institutions and funds. This deduction is usually supposed to be a typical calculation deduction because it is defined in various rules and provisions under Income Tax Act 1961. We can divide this deduction in 4 parts. I repeat, this deduction can be divided in 4 parts. First part, we have deduction regarding the donation at 100% or full amount of the donation. This is the first part. If you give any donation to, Prime Minister's National Relief Fund, National Defence Fund, National Children's Fund, National Sports Fund and Chief Minister's Relief Fund, then what amount will you get deduction? It will be 100% of donation, means full amount of donation you will get as deduction under section 80G. Come to second part of this particular deduction, that is 50% part. If you give donation, if you give any donation to Prime Minister's Drought Relief Fund, Jawaharlal Nehru Memorial Fund, Indira Gandhi Memorial Trust, Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, then you will get 50% of the amount of donation as deduction. I repeat, not 100%, you will get 50% of the amount of the donation as the deduction. Come to number 3 under this same section. If you give any donation, to any institution, local authority for the family planning program promotion, or you give any donation to Indian Olympic Association or any particular institution, society or sports authority for the development of sports infrastructure, you will get the deduction at a particular specific amount. What is particular or specific amount? It will be 100% of these donations, I repeat 100% of these donation or 10% of your GTI. It is 100% of donations or 10% of GTI, whichever is least you will get the deduction. Fourth category of donation under section 80G. If you give any donation to registered society, trust, charitable institution and donation to public worship places, nationwide public worship places and historical monuments or places, or any particular institution engaged in the development of housing sector of the country, you will get the deduction of 50% of the donation, 50% of the donation or 50% of 10% of GTI, whichever is least. I repeat, 50%, half of these all donations or 50% of 10% of GTI. Dear friends, here GTI means not original GTI that you already computed by the sum of all 5 heads. I repeat that GTI is not relevant here, not considered here. You have to calculate a separate GTI for the purpose of calculation of this particular section deduction, that is 80G. What is the meaning of GTI for this particular deduction? The meaning of GTI equals to, or you can say in GTI we includes, it is original GTI minus long term capital gains and minus all deductions excluding 80G, that is the GTI for the purpose of calculation of this particular section deduction. Dear friends, our next deduction is under section 80GG. What is 80GG? That is deduction allowed to a particular person or Hindu undivided family for the rent paid by him for his residence. This deduction is not allowed to each and every individual. This deduction will be allowed to all non-salaried individuals. I repeat, non-salaried individuals, or this deduction is also allowed to salaried individuals who are not getting house rent allowance and any house from the employer side. So, these individuals are only allowed this particular deduction under section 80GG. What will be the amount of deduction? Suppose an SSE lives in a rental house, he will get this deduction, minimum of following 3 amounts, What are these 3 amounts? Number 1, rent paid over 10% of GTI. I repeat, rent paid over 10% of GTI. Number 2, 25% of GTI, and number 3, the final one is rupees 5,000 per month. Least of all these 3 amounts will be allowed as deduction under section 80GG. What is the meaning of GTI? Again, we have the different meaning of GTI also for this particular purpose. Not take original GTI. I repeat, not take original GTI, you have to take a new GTI. What is the meaning of GTI in this particular section? GTI means original GTI minus long term capital gain minus all the deductions excluding ATGG. This GTI we will consider for the calculation of this particular section. Friends, our new deduction, next deduction is under section 80GGB and 80GGC. This deduction allowed for the payment of the donation to the political party or electoral fund. This deduction allowed to all the assessees, a particular individual person, Hindu undivided family, partnership firm and all the companies also. What will be the amount of deduction? The amount of deduction will be the real donation paid by all these to the registered political party of India or any electoral fund. Dear friends, our next deduction is 80QQB. This deduction is a special deduction that is allowed to only the authors of the books, or you can say the writers of the books. What will be the amount of this deduction? The amount of this deduction is rupees 3 lakh or actual royalty received by the authors or writers of the books. But for getting the deduction of this particular section, you have to follow certain conditions or terms. First of all, this deduction is allowed to only authors or writers of the books who are getting royalty as income. That is our term number 1. Term number 2, the book shall not include the brochures, magazines, school textbooks, guides, etc. It means the books should be for the higher education purpose, or you can say higher education classes or courses. The next term, the next condition for this particular deduction is the amount of the royalty should not be more than 15% of the value of the book sold. 15% of the value of the book sold. The amount of the deduction is actual royalty received by the authors from the publishers or rupees 3 lakh, whichever is least. Dear friends, our next deduction is deduction under section 80 TTA. This deduction allowed to an individual and also Hindu undivided family. What will be the amount of this deduction? What will be the condition for this particular deduction? All the assessees who are receiving interest income from their saving accounts from any bank or post office are allowed this particular deduction. This particular deduction will be rupees 10,000 or all the total of all the saving bank account interest will be allowed as deduction. So, maximum limit is 10,000 or real interest you received, whichever is least. Dear friends, our next and the last deduction is under section 80U. This deduction allowed to all the assessee who are mentally or physically disabled. I repeat, this deduction is specially allowed by the government to all the assessees who are mentally or physically disabled. They will get the standard deduction, a particular standard deduction, not maximum deduction, of rupees 75,000 in all the assessment years. If assessee is suffering from severe disability, then the amount of deduction will be increased to 1,25,000. Dear friends, now you have the better knowledge regarding the gross total income and the main deductions allowed from gross total income. I hope these all particular topics will help you when you are going to calculate total income of an assessee. Thank you very much.